Coronavirus costs the Premier League clubs £1 billion. English Premier League clubs are facing a revenue shortfall during the 2019-2020 season that could total £1 billion due to the corona pandemic, according to Deloitte Financial Services. The 20 clubs participating in the Premier League recorded an income exceeding £5 billion for the first time in the 2018-2019 season. However, the current season was suspended last March, and the remaining 92 matches will be played behind closed doors and without an audience. Dan Jones, from Deloitte, says he expects a significant drop in income and heavy losses in European football in general. Deloitte says that £500 million of losses for Premier League clubs, in the form of compensation for television networks and losses in ticket sales, will be lost forever, while the remainder will be carried over to the next season 2020-2021, if the current and upcoming seasons are successfully concluded. Manchester United had said last month that the coronavirus had caused club losses of £28 million, and that it expected the final losses to be much greater. Among the important results of the Deloitte Annual Football Finance Review, the entry of Premier League clubs increased to £5.2 billion in the 2018-2019 season, an increase of 7% over the previous season. The five major leagues, English, Spanish, Italian, German and French, achieved a record income of £15 billion, an increase of 9%. The operating profit of the Premier League clubs decreased this season by 5% to £824 million. The 92 teams participating in the Premier League and other English leagues achieved record profits in the 2018-2019 season of £6.2 billion, and paid taxes to the British Treasury of £2.3 billion, compared to £2.1 billion in the 2017-2018 season. However, the Premier League clubs have incurred losses this season totaling £165 million. What does the picture look like in other English leagues? The three levels that make up the English Football League, Championship, First Division, and Second Division, achieved record profits in the 2018-2019 season, as their combined profits exceeded £1 billion for the first time. However, the League Championship clubs lost a total of £300 million this season, and the percentage of players' wages to club income was 107%. Deloitte says championships should set their players' wages at 70% of their revenues in order to ensure their viability. Clubs spend 107% of their revenue on their players' wages, and that's a problem, says Dan Jones. He added, determining wages is a procedure that lacks accuracy, but if clubs spend only 70% of their revenues on wages and apply this procedure in the season, they will be able to save £300 million from the wage bill and erase the losses. Last August, Bury, who was then playing in the First Division, was kicked out of the league after a deal to seize him collapsed, but Jones says that the First and Second Division leagues before the outbreak of the corona crisis were in better shape compared to the case 10 years ago. The matches of the First-Class League and the Second-Class League were suspended early, and it was decided to calculate the ranking of teams according to the principle of points for each match, but the matches of the promotion can still take place. A spokesman for the English Premier League said, "The English Football League has been conducting consultations with member clubs for a long time regarding the possible changes to financial controls and the possibility of sustainability with the aim of improving the current situation in the three levels." He explained that these consultations, which started prior to the outbreak of the COVID-19 crisis, and have continued since then, included reviews of the current financial controls and the possibility of introducing new procedures and controls such as determining the players' wages and the number of players in each team. These consultations will continue with the clubs.